Today's soul food is do you know him? You know, it's one thing to run into somebody that you have seen before. And we often, in times, we'll see somebody multiple times. And when somebody asks us about the person that we saw, we'll say, yeah, I know them. But do you really know them? Nah, you know of them because you have met their acquaintance a couple of times, but you don't really know them. You haven't spent any time with them. You haven't learned of what they like, what they don't like. You don't know their family. You just have met them. That's an association. That's not a friendship. It's not a companionship. It's not something that you have dove into to the point of having soul ties and things of that nature. Well, guess what? Jesus feel the same way. A lot of us yell out his name and a lot of us act like we know him, but guess what? We know of him, but we don't really know him because we don't spend time with Jesus like that. We don't get in his word like that. We don't really lock in. We don't really companion with him. We don't really intimize with him. We don't do any of those things or those words that I just made up right now. We don't do it. But today is that day. Now is that time. It's time to change. Get into a relationship with God. Stop surfing on the surface and just taking the little crumbs and the niblets that fall off the table. Get in it with God where you can get that chunk of beef up out of him. He wants to give it to you. He wants to love you unconditionally. He already does, even though you may not accept him or you may not even understand that he's doing it. But he continues to bless you. He continues to open the doors for you. Not because you deserve it, but because you're his kid, which guess what? Means you deserve it. But it's your time to show and prove on your end. And how you do that, you get in his word. You spend intimate moments with him. You talk to him. You praise him. You thank him. You speak out your desires. You tell him about your faults. He already knows it, but it's nothing like sharing it with somebody who forgives you of it anyway. So you're just sharing it to get it off your chest so you can breathe easy later. Do you really know him? Or do you just know of him because of what the miracles you heard him through or the great things you read about him do? But has he really done it for you because you locked in and you tied in with him? That's the question. And I know you got the answer. May your loss be found, your stolen be returned, your new be delivered, your current be far more than enough as you get into an intimate relationship with God today so that you don't just know of him, but you know him because he lived with you and you live with him. Be blessed.